I am Eon. It is Sunday, September 14th, 2025 as I record. Let's look at models for September 2025. First up, we're going to look at 3D Gob. 3D Gob has for this month Flexi Bats and a mini cave to post them in. In addition, because October's around the corner, we see Flexi Zombies. Animal Den Miniatures this month has several horses, as well as ground owls, I believe they're referred to as. Not all owls live in trees. In addition, there's a bust for the horses in several different poses, as well as some buffalo, or bison, or is there a difference there I'm not familiar with. In addition, we see a few more posts of the owls with, I suppose that's some sort of display dance, as well as some groundhogs as well, or prairie dogs, with a Yahoo in the background. Artisan Guild has a bust tier every month, and I feel like that works well for models, so I'm including that for the Frost Alfar of Stuttgart. Bendy Buddies has going with their mashups. 0265, we have Pikachu Irnkman. I guess electricity would make sense for Iron Man, wouldn't it? Here we have Hollow Knight, comes in a couple of different file formats. And here is Android 19 from Dragon Ball. Here's Davy Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean. It's kind of a chibi statue sort of look. Bulkamancer has Expedition Swimmer as a card player here. And this apparently goes along with several other figures that have been released as well. Notice there's a couple of different effects depending on how you want to create your model. Scamelia, I'm probably messing up that name, is one of their more original pieces, I do believe. Here she is a loyalty model for those that have been with them for 3 consecutive months. And here we have the Golden Vocalist by Kai of September model, available until October. This is, what's her name? Kumi from Korean, the Korean Demon Slayers on Netflix that you can watch. We've seen a couple of these models starting to be released as the K-pop Demon Hunters is becoming pretty popular. In addition, we have a bonus model in September with the Thread Spinner by Kai. Capsule Chibi has Fur Bear. Comet Lord Miniatures has quite a big release this month. We have Gilded Skeletons. I guess they would be painted with gold on them. So there's about 5 of these guys. Like, come at me, bro. Here we have Perpetual Archers, and I don't know that archer is the right term here. That's more like a ballista. Here's a Flying Cherub Battle Organ, kind of a rather unique model. Comes with the mouth open, or not. I said that backwards, sorry. And then here you see what the organ actually looks like. It is actually a musical instrument. Alonzo is the Holy Lance. And here he is in the 2 poses that he comes. And we have to zoom out a little bit to see better the Holy Lance that he is holding in his hand. Here's Perpetual Heavens Drake. It comes without the rider or with the rider. Creature Caster has the Lord of Malice this month, as well as a bust of a Kitsune. Dino and Dog is bringing us several models as always. I don't know the exact names of these offhand. I did not write them down. More's the pity. Some of these look very familiar to all the childhood books I used to read. Now, of course, these are not dinosaurs. These are the dragons that they do in their fantasy tier, as well as a kind of like a bust, more like a wall mount. So there's a look at everything you get this month. Fate's End is continuing along with a Treasure Goblin Dice Vault. I like the idea. We have a Haunted Hollow Dice Tower, a Obscura Floris Jewelry Box, a Treasure Goblin Storage Tome, a Warlock Ducky for Ducky Toy, a Candy Corn Mimic, and Gothic Window Wall Art. Flesh of Gods has a couple of busts I wanted to include. Here's Naro, the Fury Hunter, and Eva, the Eclipse Blade. I believe the moon is the theme for this month. Flexi Town is continuing with their Dragon Ball Z collection. Here's Flexi Kid Krillin. He'd just be chillin', right? Flexi Master Roshi. Flexi Scion Saga Vegeta. And Flexi Majin Buu Fat Buu. I'm sorry for those of y'all that are Dragon Ball Z fans. I am not familiar with them offhand. Gaz Minis, I think I was going to put that in, but it's just a preview, so we'll just skip over that. Sorry. Following the Path of Insanity from Great Grimoire, here we have Lady Brienne, the Scarlet Rose, and Balzatar, the Destroyer of Worlds. Brother Silas the Silent, and Captain of the Inquisition, Sir Baldur. Not exactly. I think he's still got a fresh kill on that blade, and a couple of busts that come along with those. Hardwitch Games is got several models coming out this month. Here's kind of some previews, along with they are now doing a cyberpunk sci-fi release every month, and here is the kind of catch-all image for all of the release you'll be seeing this month. Again, most of these models to me look more like display pieces and not just for play on like a board or such. Irnkman's Minis has Mega Man X and Metal Garururamon, Cadence and Queen Gibdo, and of course if it's red then it's a Warlord tier exclusive. Magna Garuramon and Woodmon, and I think the yellow is another tier as well. Gilgamesh, the Rebirth version, and Typhon. Here's Ultras and Panty. Chun-Li, the Alpha version, again, Warlord tier, and Koopa Kid. This has been redacted. I don't know, again, what the character on the left is, but that is a Landaros Therian form on the right, and that is a Shuckle. But we want to avoid copyrights, so I probably shouldn't have said those things, right? Mammoth Factory, most of the release will be in the fantasy video, but they have a Tarrasque, y'all, and this is just a huge display piece I thought was worth including. In addition, the Scourge Lord comes as a 96mm sized model, so very big model that could be a display piece as well, and they also have a couple of busts of the Barnyard Knoll and the Scourge Lord. Mammoth Props is going underwater this month. We have a couple of bookends, a hairpin, back scratcher, dice tower, wall mount, book nook, dice tray, and the Mermaid Queen's trident. Miniatures of Madness has the Drunken Eye this month. So here is the Bard, or Gypsy. She comes with a bust as well as, well, I guess the literal Drunken Eye. It's not just a name of a tavern. Nerikson has this September preview. We have Camilla the Duelist, and we've already looked at that, but let's look at some more of the very impressive stitching of her costume. The level of detail always amazes me with Nerikson. Here is the Spider Queen. And a Gladiator Brute. This is apparently a set of busts that will be dedicated to the Moray, and this is Clotho. I'm not familiar with this character offhand, and she does come with a couple of eye versions. In addition, there is a bas relief model as well. Pretty cool stuff. Novac Dawn has only given us a preview of Kavroth the Flight-Forged Horror. Excuse me. Can barely read that font. We'll see the model hopefully soon. Parasite Collectibles. I did not write this down. I forgot to write this down. I was in such a hurry today. As well as a bust. Yeah, so is that a vampire and like something like a werewolf? I'm not exactly sure. Polymind has given a look at Redeemer. In addition, on September 20th, there will be Red Sonja, and September 30th, Miles Morales. RNE Studio has given this preview of the month of September, and as well as the Delhi Nation. And I did not notice anything new when I was looking today, which is kind of unlike RNE Studio. RPG Figures has an Ettercap Stalker for the Fantasy tier, as well as an ID-10 Searcher Drone for the Sci-Fi tier. Sassy Cat 3D has Fugnar the Fire Dragon, as well as a Fugi Baby and keychain version of Fugnar. SolGood Studios has a, what is it called? Burning Chimera, Fiery Chimera. So you get a model. You will also get a bust as well as some stats for this too. A Burning Chimera. These come with both 5th edition and Pathfinder stats. Stormborn Collectibles has the Banshee Queen. Tanuki Figures has a lot of collabs, and it's really hard for me to cull through all of that and figure it out, but this is apparently what we can expect in September. Toonz Factory did a preview of a Flexi Flamingo skeleton, as well as some prints of said Flexi Flamingo skeleton. Because Halloween is next month, they're also digging back into their archives and giving a lot of freebies this month, completely free for all Patreon members. I don't have names for these, but I think you could come up with names for yourself. This is probably a good month to buy into Toonz Factory because you're getting a lot of value this month with all these free figures. They've also given a sneak peek of the Flexi Hermit Crabs that obviously are looking for other things for their shell or their home. Tri-Dimension Prints has done the sneak peek of a Flexi Pit Bull skeleton, as well as some prints. And like the previous one, we see Halloween freebies because the two are related. Again, if you have any interest in these, it's a great month to sign up and get a lot more bang for your buck. Cross-stitching jack-o'-lanterns and yeah. Vermillion Miniatures has Overhumans this month. We'll put that in the sci-fi video too, because that's definitely sci-fi, but they do very unique models, and I like including them here. VS3D has Ra's al Ghul, as well as some work in progress project views of Grand Theft Auto 5 characters here. And then finally, for this month, I have Zez. I am currently getting this put into my video. Sorry for the logo being so small, but here we have The Witcher, and doing what he does best. Well, folks, that is the first look at September models for the month of September. We'll come back and update this video later this month, hopefully, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Take care.